Hi, fifth graders. Happy Tuesday. Well, it's that day. Yes, we've been studying about food chains and food webs and predators and prey. So we're going to do something that we normally do in the lab, but since we're on remote right now, we're going to be, I love the title of this, by the way. A lot of people think that owl pellets come from, how do we say, the other end, but it's not actually that. I've attached a video that shows an actual owl pellet being formed and produced. So if you want to take a look at that, there's an attached video of a lady scientist, I believe, actually dissecting it. I'm not going to do the entire one for us, but I do have one for everybody. So if we come back, I might use it as a review. So I'm going to set those aside. And I've attached this worksheet here, which I am going to read to you, and then you will have 2 days, both the day to finish this and hopefully go on and do the owl pellet. You can start the owl pellet today if you want, but please make sure that you watch the directions and read the directions and go through them so that you know that you definitely have to remove the fur to get the site to work. I'm going to zoom a little here. Remember, if you cannot get the site to run, let me know. There are lots of other sites that you can do. Just log on, do virtual owl pellet dissection, and if you can't get the KidWigs one to do, I think that's the one that's the most friendly, ease of use, then try another one. And if you can't, then maybe you just want to watch the lady completing the video. So let's get started. Make sure that you put your name up here. First name and last initial will help, especially if you have the class, but you should always put your complete name. And today's date is 12/8. So owls are nighttime predators who will eat small animals such as mice, moles, voles, and even other birds. The owl swallows its prey whole, and during the process of digestion, the soft parts of the prey are dissolved and passed on to the intestine for absorption. The hard, non-digestible parts, bones, teeth, fur, and feathers, are compressed in the gizzard and then passed on to the proventriculus, where it remains until the owl spits it out. These pellets are not eliminated as waste. We might call it feces or scat out in the world, but they're actually regurgitated through the mouth. There are many species of birds known to regurgitate pellets. Hawks, eagles, gulls, and herons are some of the familiar ones. The common barn owl feeds at night and will usually produce 1 to 2 pellets a day. Glossy black when fresh, the pellet remains smooth and dark in color when dry. By studying the contents of a pellet, scientists can discover seasonal and habitat differences between owls. Pellets are a great way to illustrate and model a food chain. And real pellets used in labs are actually fumigated to eliminate the presence of any insects, and then individually wrapped for preservation. So this has you go to the site, and these are directions. They're also illustrated on the video, and then when you flip the paper over, I've given you a couple hints that please, if you click on the labels, it's going to help you. You're not going to have to know words like thoracic or caudal or lumbar, but this might help you to know where they are. Turning the labels on might help you. When you've correctly matched, you'll have a chance to email, and you could try to do this there. Please remember to try to add your name, especially if you're not emailing me from your school email or something that has your name on. So just answer these 6 questions, and also do the video lab or the virtual dissection. But just for giggles here, this is sort of what we would have. We would have some other materials. Most kids enjoy they start out with gloves, but most of them take that off. So we can see that this one has been fumigated because it is wrapped. So I'm just going to sort of unwrap it. It's going to be like the world's worst ho-ho. And there you have it. And normally we weigh it to see how much it might weigh. And it's a little bit harder than you, it's already alive, it's getting away. It's a little bit harder than you think. I don't know if you can hear that tapping. So we actually use these dissecting tools. So I'm just taking a look, and I'm going to see if I can hold this up pretty close. Maybe you can see some of the fur, and you might get a small feather there. But I'm looking, I wonder what this is right here. And we usually set it in our dissecting tray, and then we slowly have to sort of begin prying it apart and seeing what we can find here. So let me see. Most kids give up and use their hands to pull, but you can see I'm going to get some of this fur off of here, and then we slowly start digging away. But you got to be careful because you don't want to destroy any kind of bird bone or animal bone that you might find. If you just start poking it, you might crack a skull, and everybody kind of wants to see, and you just kind of start picking the hair away. I was hoping to be able to find this. Usually takes us a couple of days because we have to clean the bones off, and then we reassemble the animal. But sorry about this. I'm just trying to see if we can see in here, and maybe there we can here we can see a lot of kids pass this up. This would be a rib bone of whatever animal might have it. This comes out, I think that would be a leg bone or an arm bone of something. And then I would have the chart here for you to compare. And let's see, we could get into it just a little bit. Oh, there's a big leg bone there. Maybe I was hoping, I didn't know if I grabbed one with a skull in it or not, or a jawbone. Those are always kind of fun to find here. But believe it or not, this is a skull. And you can't see it because it's still covered. You would probably have to pick all of this stuff off using this tool then. Or maybe it's just a jawbone, I don't know. Maybe not. It's just a bunch of bones. But maybe this is, I could feel something in there. Oh, that's just another leg bone, I think, in there. Some more rib bones. That's kind of all. So that basically get the idea there, where you're going to be taking this apart, and as we took it apart more and more, you'd probably definitely feel something in there, and we would just take that apart. So go ahead and watch the lady on the video, and then complete the virtual owl pellet and the worksheet. Don't feel that you have to get it all done in one day. My thing was stuck. Okay, so I'm going to stop there, and since I didn't wear gloves, I'm going to go wash my hands. But if we come back, we'll do this as a review. If we don't come back to later in the year, it will just be a lab that I let us do in the spring then. So that might make some of you happy, and it might gross some of you out. But I hope you enjoyed the virtual owl pellet activity. You may want to watch those owl videos that I've posted, and I hope you have a great Tuesday and Wednesday. Email me with any questions. Thanks, fifth graders.